Welcome to DXT School. Today's lesson is about reading. Beyond Apple, the nuance of advanced lexical mastery. Clara, hey Ben, glad you could make it. I've been wrestling with the theoretical framework for our final project. Specifically, the segment on advanced lexical acquisition. I keep coming back to the inherent limitations of conventional vocabulary testing for C1, C2 learners. Ben, tell me about it. I just skimmed an article titled, English Words Fun, a simple vocabulary test. Utterly charming for beginners, I suppose, with its picture matching and multiple choice frolics. But for us, it almost feels anachronistic, doesn't it? Our challenge isn't merely recognition, but mastery. The subtle semantic distinctions, the pragmatic implications, the cultural baggage words carry. Clara, precisely. It's not about knowing apple means palm. It's about discerning the difference between imply and infer, or grasping the nuances of fortuitous versus fortunate. A simple A, B, C, D test can barely scratch the surface of that. We're talking about expanding one's productive lexical repertoire, not just passive recognition. Ben, exactly. The pedagogical approach for C1, C2 needs to shift dramatically. Instead of isolated word lists, it should be about contextualized learning, collocations, phrasal verbs, even the subtle prosody that affects meaning. How do you test someone's intuitive grasp of when quite amplifies and when it mitigates, for instance? Clara, that's where the traditional vocabulary test becomes a double-edged sword. While it provides a quantifiable metric, it often fosters a superficial understanding, encouraging rote memorization rather than deep comprehension. If we're to truly empower learners, we need to devise assessments that reflect real-world language use. Perhaps closed tests with highly contextualized blanks, or tasks requiring paraphrasing and summarization using specific target vocabulary, rather than just definition recall. Ben, I agree. We should probably steer clear of even mentioning vocabulary test in our abstract, given its beginner connotations. Maybe lexical proficiency assessment strategies? Sounds suitably academic, and we could propose an interactive digital module that simulates natural discourse, prompting learners to select the most appropriate idiom or nuanced synonym in a given scenario. Something where the feedback isn't just right, wrong, but an explanation of why one word is more fitting than another in that specific register or context. Clara, now you're hitting on something vital. The explanatory power of the feedback is paramount. Instead of a prescriptive, this is the answer, it ought to be a generative, consider why this word imbues the sentence with a different shade of meaning. We could even incorporate elements of corpus linguistics, showing learners how frequently certain collocations appear, thereby reinforcing authentic usage. Ben, and what about the affective filter? Making it fun for advanced learners doesn't mean pictograms. It means engaging content, maybe short stories, debates, or even simulated professional emails where they have to choose words that convey professionalism, diplomacy, or urgency. The joy comes from mastering the complexity, not from simplifying it. Clara, absolutely. Our module could present scenarios where semantic precision genuinely matters, negotiating a contract, writing a critical review, or delivering a persuasive speech. The test then becomes a genuine application of their sophisticated understanding, not just a recall exercise. We'll emphasize productive use, not just receptive knowledge. This might involve peer review components where learners evaluate each other's nuanced lexical choices. It adds a layer of genuine interaction and critical thinking, far beyond what any multiple-choice quiz could hope to achieve. Ben, that's a strong pivot. Moving beyond the, what does X mean, to, how does X function, and what subtle effects does it create? This elevates the entire concept. We're not testing vocabulary, we're asses. If you learned something new, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you never miss a lesson. Find the full lesson and more free quizzes on school.dxt.ma. See you tomorrow for a new lesson.